Welcome to the Awareness Talk on Crimes in International Trade. Objectives: communicating international trade crimes to all stakeholders. Raise awareness among business stakeholders of crimes that threaten international trade. Meet the requirements set forth in the S.A.C standards. According to the World Trade Organization and the World Customs Organization, legitimate international trade is an essential driver of prosperity economic. The global trading system is vulnerable to criminal acts that could seriously damage the world economy and the social welfare of nations. Generated trade stoppages due to attacks or regulations that slow down or affect trade. The country's foreign trade operators have a supply chain, suppliers/manufacturers, transportation, freight forwarders, customs, port terminals, warehouses, distribution, consumer, which are exposed to various hazards and threats to be used for crimes. What are the dangers in foreign trade? Smuggling, money laundering, theft, terrorism, piracy. Illicit trade and trafficking of prohibited goods have generated great losses. Therefore, companies must develop, maintain and improve appropriate methods for risk management, and these must be endorsed by a certificate. Drug trafficking is main threat of trade abroad in Peru. The world's second largest cocaine producer has seen the price of coca leaf rise. The pressure of the demand for this drug in international markets means that illegal crops are expanding in Peru in protected natural areas and territories of indigenous communities. According to the United Nations, the increase in cocaine consumption has grown in new markets, such as South Africa, Asia, Eastern Europe and Brazil and other South American countries, areas where the cocaine that arrives is of Peruvian origin. The largest amount of drugs leaves Peru's ports, mainly through the main ports. It is a very big problem. We also see that it comes out through the caletas, coves, that do not have much control along the coast. In recent years, drug seizures have increased in the country's main ports. Modus operandi in continuous change. The same pattern can be seen in the modus operandi. When authorities implemented security measures, traffickers responded by changing and improving their smuggling techniques. When the authorities adapted, the traffickers appeared again with new alternatives. In the shipments. 1. Drugs are camouflaged among legal products in the shipments. This process usually includes the use of front companies and simulated exports. A case of this type of crime. March 25, 2023, Puerto del Callao. An operation where more than 2 tons of cocaine alkaloid packaged in a shipment of majolica were seized. In the container structure. Drugs are hidden in the floor, ceiling, or walls. The use of refrigerated containers known as refrigerators is frequent, as they have refrigeration compartments ideal for camouflaging drugs. June 8, 2023, Port of Paita. Operation where more than 276 kilograms of cocaine alkaloid was seized, 241 brick-type packages. Hidden in the vent covers and other 3 container spaces. June 4, 2023, Port of Paita. Operation where more than 57 kilograms of cocaine alkaloid was seized, 50 brick-type packages. Hidden in the vent covers and other 3 container spaces. Modus operandi for container contamination. Introduction/extraction. A port worker breaks the customs seal. Insert the black bags full of cocaine. One of the bags contains a clone seal. It puts a replica of the customs stamp. When the container arrives at its destination, the clearers take out the drug and put the clone seal to disguise the manipulation. June 27, 2022, Port of Callao. Operation where more than 700 kilograms of cocaine alkaloid was seized, 20 briefcases. Hidden inside 1 container with adulterated seal. February 10, 2021, Port of Callao. Operation where more than 571 kilograms of cocaine alkaloid was seized, 14 briefcases. Hidden inside 3 containers with adulterated seals. Delivery. When the cargo ship sets sail from the port, small boats or speedboats approach and deliver the drugs to crew members. They pack them in one of the containers on board. March 25, 2023, Port of Paita. Operation where more than 14 kilograms of cocaine alkaloid were seized, 14 packages hidden aboard a motorcycle ship flagged Marshall Islands. Money laundering threat, trade abroad in Peru. According to the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, international trade is one of the sectors that could be susceptible to being used by crime for the design of money laundering mechanisms, so this activity has preventive regulation worldwide that, added to other measures, provides for the identification and knowledge of customers. Operations reporting, training, supervision, as well as implementation of risk approaches. The members of the supply chain are exposed to front companies that may be carrying out money laundering operations, through fictitious operations between companies involved, to move and clean money for payments of illicit activities. Criminal organization creates front companies. Company in a country that collects illicit payments. Company in the country receiving payments for illicit transactions. Makes fictitious or overvalued exhibitions. Transfer illicit funds as payments for legitimate transactions. Due to these threats, the Financial Intelligence Unit, UIF, attached to the Superintendents of Banking, Insurance and AFP, in charge of the fight against money laundering and terrorist financing, establishes regulations to deal with these threats to international trade. Under the control of SUNET, Resolution SBS 2249/2013 is issued standard for the prevention of money laundering and terrorist financing applicable to customs agents and owners, consignees or consignors authorized to operate as customs brokers. Let's be aware on the importance of safety in the supply chain international. Thanks.